Hi, it's Craig here, and welcome back to Craig's Kitchen. It's a sweet potato. You know, when you mention sweet potatoes to some people love them. Some people don't know even what to do with an old sweet potato. Well, you know what? These things are cheap and they're good. Let's try something with these. It's called a sweet potato shepherd's pie. Now, shepherd's pie is generally made with lamb meat. Well, I don't have lamb, so I'm going to use ground beef. So technically, it's not really a shepherd's pie. It's called a cottage pie. But just getting the technicalities out of the way, let's have a go at this. It's a delicious one your family's going to love. But you're going to need some sweet potatoes. Now, I've got two here. This is one. And over here, I've already prepared, because these things do take a while to chop, prepared another sweet potato in a bowl here. So I've cut them up into sort of 1.5 inch squares. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and you're just going to put them in a microwavable dish. So let's get this other one cut. You have to peel them, of course, and these things do take a while. Okay, once you get that done, these are hard to cut. You need to be extremely careful and have a very, very sharp knife. Keep your fingers out of the way. That's all I care about. So here we go. So we cut it up into the same size as the last one. Just get it into thin strips here. Doesn't have to be exact. Again, it's all going to be mashed in the end. As long as they're roughly the same size, that's all, so that they cook at the same rate, that's all. But you know, it's not crucial. Whoop. Well, again, there's what the dog, that's why we have a dog. And she's here too, down there. She'll get that. She's got it. She's took it away. So there you have it. That's the nice thing about having a dog. Okay, the little piece that fell is gone. No worries. Okay, so we'll bring this back and we'll put these sweet potatoes in here. Okay, like that. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of, I'll give you guys the ingredients down below in the comment, in the more info section. There's no sense putting them on the screen. You'll never write them down. Just look down. Just watch what we do here, and you can worry about the exact ingredients later. So I'm going to put about half a cup of water in there to give them something to steam in. Okay? So we're going to put these in the microwave, and I'm going to microwave these on high for probably about, I'd say, well, we're going to try maybe 12 minutes, and then we'll check them. They have to be soft so that you can mash them, all right? So we'll do that. Okay, so while that's happening, we can get started with the next part here, right? So let's grab ourselves an onion. All right, we're going to cut this in fairly small dice, and I've been told to curl my fingers. I know that, but I've been doing it the other way for so long. There's no problem. We'll just give it a rough cut here, and we'll go through it again after we're done. So there we go. Well, see, so then we'll just go through and give it a, I want them fairly small. I don't believe in chopping things ahead of time when I make these programs. I like people to see how it's done. If you want the recipe quickly, it is down below in the box down there. Okay, so there's an onion. And what we're going to do now is we're going to grab some heat on this pan. Okay. Okay, while we're waiting for that, we'll get some garlic, a couple cloves of garlic. Best way to do garlic is to get one of these little guys here, or just a regular grater if you have one, or just chop it up really fine. A couple cloves. You can put as much garlic in as you like, but there. Beautiful. Okay. We've got some green pepper here. I've got some already chopped, and I'll just give a little more here. Oops. Just like that. You see that? Bring that over here. Good way to sneak in stuff that the kids normally don't like. They'll never know it's there. All right. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way for a moment. Let's get some butter. About 2 tablespoons here. Fire it in there. That's fine. All right. Give that a good old stir. All right. Do that. So here goes the garlic. Here's our sweet potatoes beeping away over there. We'll throw in our garlic and our onions. We're just going to sort of on medium heat, medium high, give these a little stir here, just to sweat them out a bit. You can smell the garlic. Woo! Wow. Good stuff. I'm just going to stir fry these for about 2 minutes, just to get them sort of translucent, right? All right, perfect. Now, in goes the ground beef. Okay, and we'll just break that up and get it browned. There we go. Now this will take a couple of minutes, of course, to get all the beef cooked. So we want to cook this down until it gets nice and brown and all ground up into tiny little bits, because this is the base of our cottage pie or shepherd's pie. All right, that's perfect. Okay, so we got that. There's a little bit of, if you want to drain the fat out of this, that's up to you. I don't think there's enough for me to worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that. It's pretty lean. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab some flour. We're looking at about 1/4 cup of flour here, and we're just going to sprinkle it on. All right, just like that. And mix it in until all the flour is gone, or there's no more white left. Okay, all right, next we're going to throw in a little bit of water. Okay, bring our heat up a little bit so we can get it going here. And we're going to put in about 1 cup of milk. All right, this is going to make sort of like a kind of like a gravy in the bottom, in the base of the of this pie. So we'll bring that up to heat. Okay, so it's going to look pretty watery right now, but don't worry, it will thicken. It's okay. And you can always sprinkle a tiny bit more flour in there too if you have to, but I don't think we will. I think we're fine. So we've got the milk in there. Now, let's grab some stuff here. Let's throw in our green peppers. Okay, I chopped a few more up there, so throw those in as well. All right, now let's grab some. Now, I use the organic beef stock mixture here that I get from the health food store, but if you don't have that, just use the cubes, you know, the beef stock cubes. If that's what you've got, then that's what you've got, right? In that goes. All right, let's get it off the spoon there. There we are. Okay, and we're going to add some thyme. About 1/2 teaspoon. Whoops, that's a little too much. There we go. 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, ground thyme. You can use fresh if you like, but I don't have that, so we can't do it. We're going to put in about 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Okay. Just get that all mixed around. And you can see how it's thickening. Keep your heat down so we don't burn anything here. We've got a good mix. Okay. And if you need to add more milk to it, then you would do that. I don't think we do. I think we're fine. Okay. Finally, we're going to throw in a little bit of frozen corn. Okay. Throw that in there. And that is going to be perfect. A little bit of salt. If you like salt, put some salt in there. I think there's probably salt in the chili powder, so we won't worry about it too much. A little bit of, well, pepper, no, we won't put pepper in because chili powder is spicy. But if you want it spicy, then you put some pepper in there. Oh, that's completely up to you. And then we're going to place it into a sort of a pan, like a casserole oven-proof pan. And if you're doing this while you're watching it, get your oven up to 375 so that you're ready to put this in when we're done. And I think probably the wise thing to do would be to add probably just, if you have any, oh, there's some left, okay. A little bit of cooking spray in there never hurts, so things don't stick. Okay, there. And what we're gonna do is we're going to just grab it and dump it into our casserole thing here. Get it all in there. Okay, there. Now, I'm going to spread that out evenly. Okay. And there we have it. So we're going to set that aside. Okay, we'll just bring it over here. And while I was waiting for that, I went and got my sweet potatoes. And I'm just going to, you won't see this part. I'm just going to drain these just a little bit in the sink. Drain the water out of them. Let's bring them over here. And we'll get a thing and we'll just test to see. Oh yeah, they're perfect. We'll grab ourselves a potato masher and we'll give them a good mash, just like mashed potatoes. We're going to put in a little bit of salt, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Wouldn't hurt to put a little bit of pepper in as well. I don't know if this is actually going to be in the recipe, but if you like pepper, you do it. Okay. Sure, why not? Okay. All right. And then we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. Now it's going to go, again, things don't always look the way they're going to be. It's going to go slodgy and watery, and that's exactly what you want. Now hopefully this has gotten to the point where it's cooled down a little bit, because again, now what we have to do is we have to add an egg. Okay, so let's grab a bowl and let's get an egg here. Right. Get this egg in there and we'll get it mixed around. You don't want the potatoes to be too warm because it'll cook the egg, right? You'll end up with scrambled eggs plus sweet potatoes, and that's really not what we're after here. So give that a good beat. Okay, and again, it's going to look a little, it may look a little bit runny like that, but what you want is to get it all nice and mashed up so that we can put it on our meat base. So we'll bring back our casserole thing and we will smoothly spoon this onto the top of this. Now I would probably do this in clumps like this, okay? and then you can spread it around. Now doesn't have to be perfectly mashed. Make it a nice even flat landscape like that. Okay, and that's what you've got. Okay, all right, there it is. So we're going to pop this in the oven for about 30 minutes or until it's bubbling and nice and it's all cooked already. Just want to make sure it's all bubbling and nice and maybe even a little brown on top. And we'll come back when it's done, give it a whirl. These things always, there we go. Oh yeah, babe. Let's just grab the rest here. Tastes fantastic, guys. Turned out great. Give this a whirl. Seems a little complicated, but it's fun to make, and it's delicious. It's hearty, and it's a great way to utilize your good old sweet potatoes. I'm gonna go off and finish this with a beer. Cheers, guys. Want to try some of this? I'll get you a piece. Okay, and what I think we're gonna do here is grab ourselves a little bit of, okay, hang on a sec, take two. I'm gonna wait because it's hot.